Okay, so this idea that what you're saying is that I'm illogical is really just an intellectual bash. It's a play. It's a lower on my intelligence, which I don't like.
What is up, everybody? This is Edward back with another video, another episode of Everybody Hates Black Men. I am your host, Edward Anderson. So I want to talk real quick about this Princella and Cooley situation. Basically, shout out to everybody that checked out my live stream yesterday on December the 12th, December the 9th, or the 8th. December the 8th, 2024. Sunday, in which Cooley from the No Fugazee podcast had a conversation with Princella, the Queen Maker. I say that in air quotes. And they had a conversation. The conversation didn't last long. The conversation lasted about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. And it really never left the runway. It never really got off the ground. And I don't really have the same kind of issues with Cooley that a lot of other people have. You know, at the end of the day, he's a guy that's out there in quote unquote this kind of conversation. This is part of YouTube. But, you know, I gotta be honest. I'm gonna I'll probably play some clips as far as some examples, and we'll do that in a second. But I gotta be honest as far as what kind of happened. So let's do this. They had a conversation, supposed to be a debate, and it just ended. It didn't end right. So before I get started on this, let me play some of these clips. That way you can get an idea of kind of some of the stuff that happened. We're going to play about 3 clips. These won't be too long. These will just give you a sense of kind of what happened.
Is that correct?
Let me ask you this question, because there is
Just answer that question, though.
There is a such thing as living apart together, and those relationships have found to be much more healthy than those who cohabitate. Okay,
I don't have any evidence on that. You don't have any evidence on that.
Actually, I do, because
answer the question.
There is research on it.
I got it. Princella, answer the question.
Sir.
Just answer the question so we have it clear.
Sir, I'm answering your question. Separatism is the key, because men and
Got
women
it. Because we don't mix.
You don't mix.
Okay, got it.
Tell me
Okay, so
evidence where y'all working without chaos. Sir.
I'll do it this way, right? So I'll let you go ahead and I'll write the questions down because I don't forget. I'll let you speak, but here's how we'll do it. I'll write my questions down so I have it.
All right, so as you can see, I mean, this is this kind of the spirit of what the conversation kind of happened. You know, it never really got off the ground, and she ended up leaving. You know, she obviously wanted to call him a child, do all that. And I'm not really a big fan of Princella, so we're just gonna say that what it is. I personally think she has this ideology, this like magical ideology, that if men didn't exist, the world would be better. And a lot of the stuff that most of the stuff that women benefit is because of men, so that's crazy. I'll leave that for another video. But as far as this conversation, this is kind of an example as to why even in, you know, the manosphere, the black manosphere circle, you have a lot of people that are they can kind of take Cooley or leave Cooley. He's really not somebody that a lot of dudes like to embrace too much, not just because of the previous situation, which I'm a little bit more sympathetic towards. It's really with the way they clipped it. It's really the issue is really that he comes off as kind of a Johnny come lately. I mean, kudos to him for building his platform. There's no hate in my blood, but he comes as kind of a Johnny come lately. He comes as somebody that he is really adopting these talking points as kind of a mechanism to build his overall channel and profile, versus someone that he embodies these talking points. And he embodies this information, so to speak. And there's certain questions, certain things that how Princella moves and talks is you have to really know this information. It can't be, she's not going to let you pigeonhole her into just talking points, because and so the big issue I have with how this kind of went down is that this was a missed opportunity, because you didn't really let her talk like you really should have. And he says this towards the end. I invite you to watch this whole video, because he speaks on it like for 40 minutes as far as what didn't happen. And he said he understands the difference between you know, point by point debates and letting you talk debates. And Princella's the type of person you're gonna at least have to let her talk for like 60 seconds or 2 minutes. Most times when people debate, they get 2 minutes to talk. You're gonna have to let her talk. Is you can't, even if she says something that I know that you jump on. Like it was I'll play some of these clips so you can see it. You can't just jump on her as soon as you say it, especially after you said that you was gonna write some of the stuff she said down and then talk about it after she talks. Now, granted, if she's filibustering, if she's trying to tell a whole story until you forget and go past like 2 minutes or something, or 3 minutes, then yeah, you need to reel her in. I understand that, but see, that's gonna be seen in the video. The other thing too, and obviously he has his platform with a variety of different social media accounts he's built up. I'm a hole in the wall. But my thing is, from a business perspective, you can't really clip a lot of videos if you're cutting her off and she's not able to talk. See, part of this game is if you let her talk, that creates content. And if people disagree with it, they're going to comment on what they disagree with. That opportunity is missed because you didn't even let her talk. And that's how it's going to come across. I understand what was going on. She was basically moving the goalposts a little bit. She wasn't really on topic with what she was trying to deal with. And she didn't really know what she was talking about when it comes to the school thing. That wasn't a well thought out thought. And I get you were trying to create their clarity. But what happens is you basically don't let her basically, I don't want to use the term hang herself, but you don't let her really run into her own words. This is one thing Candace Owens is actually really good with. Candace Owens will let you talk. Candace Owens is really not known for cutting people off. So this gives her kind of the authority to not be cut off because she didn't cut you off. But what Candace does do is she actively listens and she remembers. So if you say something and you kind of talking against what you said before, like for example, Princella was talking against, she was talking about equality, now she want to talk about equity, which is fundamentally not the same thing. And the issue she had with the school talking about, well, the school, black men, boys and girls, because she wasn't talking about just black people. Boys and girls should be separated when only really Muslim countries really essentially do that. There was a lot of room there to kind of prove that she was wrong. But instead, you kind of cut her off and tried to do a point by point debate, and Princella's not the type of person that's going to do that. So pretty much she just left the conversation, and now she can claim to be a victim and claim that she beat you, and people already got a narrative with you because they don't like the fact that you with a white chick. That's really what happened, and that's a missed opportunity. So I mean, that's a missed opportunity. So let's do this. I got a stream that I'll link in here that I did where I kind of went through play by play with this to get some value out of this. So I invite you all to check the video out. I had a couple of people up on the panel. We chopped it up about a couple other stuff. I may split that video up down the road. But let me know what you think. Definitely check that out. I'll link, Fugazee's video as well if it's still up. And let me know what you think. If you saw the video, do you think that was a missed opportunity? Do you think Fugazee needs to work on his debate skills? I can tell you that this is typically not how he does his streams. And do you think he gave Princella an out? Do you think Princella needed to be cut off because she didn't know what she was talking about? Who do you actually think won that debate? Do you consider Cooley in the manosphere or just somebody out there, kind of like an outpost or something? Let me know what you think. Again, make sure you check in with a like, check out with a comment. If you got this far in the video, I definitely appreciate it. Make sure you click on all my, links in the description as it takes, to my email sign up page, my Discord. Email me for my Discord if you want to do that. If you sign up to my email, you automatically, that's pretty much how you're going to get an invite to my Discord. And let me know what you think. And as always, this is Edward signing off. Peace.